A lot of people have enjoyed The Evil Within 2 quite thoroughly and are looking forward to seeing if there's any additional content that will be coming out. The original game had 2 main story DLCs that added onto the lore of the original quite a lot, and so a lot of people, myself included, are looking forward to the same thing on The Evil Within 2 if that is possible. Up to now, Bethesda themselves, which are the publishers, have not announced anything in terms of future DLC content or a future sequel at all. Actually, the radar's been pretty quiet since the release of the game. If you didn't watch my previous video, I'd recommend watching that as it goes into a little bit of depth that'll help out understanding whether there will be some future DLC content for The Evil Within 2. But for now, this is going to be mainly an opinion piece, and I just hope you enjoy more of these videos to come. So without any further delay, let's just get right into it. Alright, so first up on the criteria of DLC, we have to understand, is it actually possible? And I've discussed this in depth in my previous video, so I'm just going to summarize things here. First off, Joseph is still alive. Did he actually manage to escape in between the events of The Evil Within 1 and 2 with Kidman and Myra helping him out? Or is there more of a sinister outlook for the character and he still needs to be rescued? The second one is that Kidman herself seemed to have some kind of new goal. It didn't really seem like her journey was over at the end of The Evil Within 2 and her and Sebastian split ways. And thirdly, we have the opportunity that Mobius hasn't actually been completely wiped out, and this one is kind of possible. If Mobius was a smart organization, they wouldn't have all the chips in their brains that could eliminate them, knowing that that's an entire possibility. It kind of seemed like a fail-safe system, as well as a system that you'd put onto lower end employees, and the administrator as a person did not really seem like he could pull off all of this, so I don't think Mobius is actually dead. Now, if you consider all 3 of these are the main ones, but there are other possibilities as well. I'm not going to list them all because that would take forever. We can just say that the criteria of is the possibility of DLCs there, that has been filled completely. Second off, we get funding. Now, The Evil Within 2 did not sell as well as you would imagine, and again, this is why I said to go check out my previous video, because the game only sold up to now 150,000 copies between 2 different platforms, which is PC and PS4, and that's kind of an abysmal amount for a AAA published game. So either one of 2 things is definitely going to happen here. Either the project's going to be completely abandoned because everybody considers it too much of a risk, or some future DLC is going to be developed, and that way it's going to be an opportunity to recoup further costs and even turn a large amount of profit, possibly. So then we have to go back to the fact that Bethesda's been completely silent on this, but just looking at the original Evil Within release date and then the first date of the DLC, which I believe was the assignment, there was quite a period of time between the 2. And I know this is kind of an actual thing with Bethesda published games. Overall, the DLCs kind of seem to be announced and come out at a much later point. A lot of people were waiting for Fallout 4 DLC for the longest time, for example, and then we have The Evil Within 1 itself, and The Evil Within 2 could just be following suit. Personally, I do think a lot of people who purchase the game would buy the DLC. If you look at the ratings online, it looks like The Evil Within 2 has been received with a major acceptance and approval rating. Most people thoroughly enjoyed the game and what it provided, as well as the storyline. I'm not saying The Evil Within 2 is the best game ever made, but it was definitely something fresh and what people have been waiting for quite a number of years, and it just helped fill that gap that we've been wanting for so long with a good survival horror action game, one that includes story and combines all of these elements together. It wasn't as good as Resident Evil 4, but I'd honestly say that's the closest thing to compare it to, and it makes sense if you look at the directors of both, because it's the same person. Now, the last thing I'd like to add here, guys, is there's a whole list of patch notes that were recently added in a patch for The Evil Within 2, which was I think 1.2 gigabytes. So this is a huge mess, and on the right you can see there's a scroll bar for it, which is quite large. So it's good to see that there's a lot of additional support being provided for the game post-release, and this is one good sign that Bethesda might be willing to put an additional investment into it for DLC. So at the end of the day, even though I made some videos recently that may have worried some people looking at the Evil Within 2 sales, the silence from Bethesda might not help, I want to give people a little bit of hope, because the Evil Within 2 was, to me, quite a goddamn amazing game, and I would love to absolutely see some DLC developed on it that further flesh out the story. It doesn't even have to be after the Evil Within 2, we could have some pretty cool material to set up a lot of the characters or events, or like I said, even delve into Joseph's final fate. But anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's just an opinion piece. I hope it's been entertaining as always. And for now guys, just have a beautiful day, take it easy, and peace.